Hi. Can you all hear me? Let's see. Hi, Catherine. How are you? Hi, Michelle. Hi, Alexandria. How are you? Good to see you again, Claudia, and Marlene, and Edith. Hi, Heather. Hi, Jennifer, and Karen with a Y. And Lisa Smirnoff. Hi, honey. Hi, Lucy. Good to see you here again. Marcy and Monica and MV. And Nancy and Natalie and Rhonda and Sandra and Shauna. Oh, thank you so much. Sure. You can just leave it there. Thank you so much. Okay, take care. You too. And Sylvia and Suzanne and Tiffany. Hi, everyone. Hi, Isabella. Good to see you, sweetheart. Oh, all right. I want to know how your week was. I would love to hear how your week was. I want to hear everything. And I also would love to know how, oh, Sylvia, you got your harmonized. Good. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Oh, Heather, Brooklyn, how is it out there? Hi, Dr. Marlene. And Monica in Arizona. Oh, good. Sylvia, I just drank harmonized tea on ice. I'm actually going to run and go get more of that. Good to see you, Isabella. Christina getting tea and Alex here. Great. It's crazy. Your week was crazy, Dr. Marlene. Mine too. Catherine, my week was actually really good, like one of the better quarantine weeks. I'm so happy. Sylvia, loving it. I finally got my raspberry Earl white tea. Thank goodness, Edith. Fantastic week. Great week for Claudia. Weather's been beautiful in Montana. I love Montana. I was born in Idaho, spent every summer in Montana as a kid. I love Montana. Karen, unsettling. I lived through the 60s. This is heartbreaking. Yeah. Feeling that. Dr. Marlene, nice outside. Lisa, need prayers for money. My renters lost their job. Okay. Calming down with your great teas. Let's manifest. All right. First gorgeous day on Long Island. Lockdown coming towards the end. Oh, hallelujah. Isabella, intense. Yeah. Edith and your alma mater. Hallelujah. Heather, continues to physically, emotionally, and spiritually be exhausting. Tea is a blessing. Me too. Karen, tea. Claudia loves Gypsy Rose and Bohemian Breakfast. Me too. They are my black tea loves. Okay. Hi, Anne. Praying for your mama, battling stage 4 cancer. She's drinking Harmonize right now. Absolutely. Absolutely, Anne. Alexandria, everything's good. But what happens outside beyond our control? Absolutely. Okay, ladies. So it's been a week, and it's been you know, we were talking last week, and we've been talking about just how the energy in the world and the energy inside of our homes and in our quarantine and inside of us has just been, you know, there's a lot of duality happening, and there's a lot of intensity happening around that. So today I wanted to work on harmonizing our energy with all that is. And having a little bit of a ritual and time together around seeing with the eyes of second sight, and seeing with the eyes of and the heart of intuition. And I've been feeling more and more that we are going to be better than before, even though we're in these painful moments, and we are losing innocent people to violence. And at the same time, it is broadcast, and it was never broadcast before like it is now. And so the healing is in the fact that we know it now, and we are able to do something about it, and we are able to say it's not okay. And so I have a couple little stories for you. So I just wanted to start out. Okay, this has been steeping all day. So this is Harmonize, and so the roses have lost their color, but this is going to be my drug of choice today, because I just did the most incredible photo shoot with Harmonize on ice, and it's my new favorite iced tea. So if everybody could just pour their cup of tea, we're going to start the tea circle now. Okay. So bring your cup of tea to your nose and inhale and ask yourself, what do you smell? Mm. I smell soft touch. I smell mindfulness. I smell high altitude mist. I smell tangerine. I smell the Italian countryside with their bergamot orange from Italy, which is amazing. And I also smell little wild rose. What do you smell? Yeah. Scent of healing nature. Yeah. Rest. Oh, Karen. Yeah. Sylvia, liberation. You smell peace, Claudia. See, we're all magical beings. We smell energy. Our senses are not just here to give us a sense of what's good to smell for to eat, but what's good in sweetness and intuition. Catherine or Edith, sweetness and intuition. Yeah. And velvety chocolate, Catherine and Edith. Tenderness towards self, a warm blanket. Appreciation and love. Green, mist over burden in Irish hills. Ooh, Heather. Bring the tea to your lips and taste. What do you taste? I taste my collagen enhanced because white tea enhances collagen. No, I'm kidding. I taste I taste the labor of many hands and many artisanal women in Asia making this tea. I taste tenderness, the young tender buds. I taste almost a vegetal mixed with a creaminess. Invigorating energy, Lisa. Yeah, you can taste energy. You can taste the effort that was put into the tea. You can taste the when it was plucked, the time of day. You can taste the if it was in the afternoon, it will be a little more. You can taste sunshine, right? If it was in the early morning, you can taste mist. So know that tea and tea ceremony is just as much of time travel as it is presence. So we use tea ceremony to center in and to meditate and to become more present in our bodies and in our senses. But we also may use it to travel the world. And right now, not a lot of us are traveling. And so we can travel to Sri Lanka. We can travel to Africa. We can travel to South America. We can travel to Bulgaria, where the roses are grown. We can travel to Sicily, where this essential oil is from. All of that is possible for us. So know that tea is not only a ceremony of presence, but it is a ceremony of experience, and it allows us to expand. Beautiful. Karen, even though your tea is hot, there's a coolness to it. I think that's the bergamot. And it's also, if you're drinking white tea is yin cooling. It cools the nervous system, it cools the digestion, it's yin on the system. And it increases collagen production, and it's really beautiful for skin and for digestion. Edith can taste the warming notes of sun-kissed raspberries. I know. Freeze-dried sun-kissed raspberries, absolutely. So, what do you feel as you are holding the cup in your hands and you're taking a deep breath and exhaling all the things you cannot control? You can breathe in lightness of being, presence. Breathe out all the things you cannot control. Settle into your system, settle into your body. Feel your bottom if you're sitting. Settle in, ground. Feel your feet on the ground if you have them on the ground. Feel your spine move. Move your spine. If your spine is moving, your creativity is flowing. What do you feel? I feel anticipation of what's to come for the first time in a while. I've been not wanting to look at the future. I've been wanting to focus on the present. So I feel anticipation. Yeah, Alexandria, it's so true. Tea is slow. Tea is room for senses to awaken. Hi, Dorian. Good to see you here, Angel. So glad you could join us. So, what do you feel settling into your body? Tiffany's feeling hopeful. Tea is peripheral. Everything will work. The side focus where the treasures lie. Ooh, Alexandria, right more. You're so good at this. Lisa, I feel that everything will work out and all will be good. I see that for you, dear. Peace, Sylvia. Yeah, tea is calming. That's the point. Cooling of the body and mind, comfort and mindfulness, calm and confident. Good, Catherine. Tracy, rest and restfulness. Yeah. We come together for our Saturday sips to remind us that time is ours. And as we enter back into the attention economy, where what you pay attention to is there's going to be more and more effort to get your attention. I want you to all know that you're sovereign and you're in charge of where your attention goes. And you can always remind yourself on any given day, in any moment in time, that your attention is always directed by your intention. So wherever you're going to pay attention, if you intend to see the good, you will get the good. You will see and find the good. If you intend to see what's wrong, you will see what's wrong. It's very Forrest Gump, right? So it's not that we have to be Pollyanna-like or naive or the fool in the tarot, but if we intend to pay attention to the things that will bring us more life and more aliveness and bring the world more of our creativity and more aliveness, we then are able to see with second sight. We are then in the seeing with the eyes behind the eyes, right? The wisdom behind the mind, the infinite awareness behind the breath. And so know that your second sight is not only honed and sharpened as you do tea ceremony and you connect with your sisters in a supportive environment such as this, but your second sight is what you were born to use in order to make decisions and move through life. Your second sight is the seeing behind the seeing. And most of our attention is going to start getting, directed at all the stimulation that's going to start coming back into our lives, but we may always return to tea. Any given moment, you are in a moment where you can stop and have a cup of tea. So I am going to pull a tarot card for us as a group, and I'm going to pick from a deck we haven't used yet. I chose this deck for us because I feel that the earth is our playground, and this deck is the Earth Warrior deck, and it's one of my favorite writers of oracle cards. One sec. Where'd I put it? Oh, there it is. So before I do this is the Earth Warriors Oracle by Alana Fairchild. She's really beautiful, you guys. She's a former lawyer turned oracle reader, and she's really so lovely. So I'm going to just clear the space just for 1 second. And white sage clears the energy. We've had a lot of activity here in the tea studio. We went from a retail shop to a photo shoot studio and packing web orders, and had a lot of change and movement in the shop this week. I built so many new desks and I built new dining tables, and I was very busy this week building things. So I'm clearing the energy so that I may see with second sight for the good of all, for the good of you, for your highest good, for the highest good of the group. And with that, I speak the truth. I know the truth. I feel the truth. And I share the truth. Okay. Okay, my loves. Hi, Sage.
What's going on?
I'm doing a live stream. My son works here. If any of you have read Life by the Cup, that's my kid. Okay. Okay. So I pulled us a card. I pulled us Pono 27, Immeasurable Power of the Heart Way. That's so us, right, ladies? Look at that. Pono. Immeasurable power of the heart way. The heart has the power to heal in a way that the mind cannot understand. Second sight can otherwise be known as heart. Do not allow your mind to distract or frighten you. You are a beautiful child of the universe, and divine love lives within your heart. Sage, did you need something?
I'm going to go to the protest in LA.
The protest?
Yeah.
Wear a mask. Wash your hands.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to take the face mask?
Yeah, not the shield one, but I'm going to grab another surgical.
Be very careful. Follow your heart.
I have a friend.
Okay, I love you.
I love you too.
My son is going to the protest in LA. Let's all just say a little prayer for Sage. Our children are so precious, right? Okay, so I need this especially now. Okay, I'm going to start over. Sorry. Pono, immeasurable power of the heart way. The heart has the power to heal in a way that the mind cannot understand. Do not allow your mind to distract or frighten you. You are a beautiful child of the universe, and divine love lives within your heart. A willing heart is all that you need to transform any situation that is troubling you. A willing heart is all that you need to transform any situation that is troubling you. Recognizing this power does not evoke feelings of pressure or anxiety, but rather of peace and joy. Lightness of heart and relief of mind are here for you now. In a reading, the divine within your heart has the power to transform a situation that is troubling you. The divine within your heart has the power to transform a situation that is troubling you. Do not be intimidated or think it is too much for you or the divine to handle. Do not allow yourself to intellectualize or analyze a situation to the point of feeling confused or paralyzed. Healing through the heart on any and all issues that have plagued you or a loved one can and will happen. Let your heart feel the faith it needs to feel so that it can rest in joy. Divine healing wants to flow abundantly for you. Open up to receive it without hesitation or condition. Oh, that feels so good. The divine in our hearts allows us to rest in peace and joy. Spiritual guidance. Pono, in the Hawaiian tradition, has deep and multiple meanings, one expression of which is the return to order. There is a perfection of peace, beauty, and fulfillment that the divine has planned for the lives of all beings. Through the use of human free will, we have at times moved away from what is in the divine plan, stumbled on the path, and become ensnared in terrible suffering and frightening delusion. This can become contagious, infecting other souls with the poison of hate, anger, and fear, and further separating our human collective from the beautiful grace that the divine has intended for us. It then becomes difficult to use our free will with wisdom, and our spiritual disconnection can create far-reaching negative impact for others and the planet. Only one needs to see the pain in the world to understand this. Yet, there is a simple spiritual discipline that we can practice to restore the world and all hearts within it to rights again. It's very timely as my son's heading to a protest. The divine dwells in your heart as a healing power and wisdom, which tenderly alleviates suffering, liberating the body, mind, and soul. This is the immeasurable power of the heart way. In the Hawaiian tradition from which it emerges, it is known as Ho'oponopono, or to set things right. Ho'oponopono. That just feels good to say. The heart power thrives through the simple four-step practice that can be done by anyone, anywhere, for any person or situation that they would wish to transform. This may seem unexpectedly easy, and it is. So why isn't everyone just doing this and healing our world right now? Good question. When we choose to run the world, ladies, we can do this every day, right? We're running it right now. This is because only those who have come far enough on their spiritual path to have placed the heart wisdom above the dictates of the mind will be able to accept the practice. Let me reread that. This is because only those who have come far enough on their spiritual path to have placed the heart wisdom above the dictates of the mind will be able to accept the practice. The practice itself is not something that you can approach through the mind. The mind will resist it because it asks for us to take unconditional responsibility for everything that we encounter, whether it be in our own lives or out in the world, even if those situations seem to have nothing whatsoever to do with us. Isn't that what we opened with? There's this world happening, and here we are, and we're breathing out that which we cannot control. The moment something comes into our awareness, we are responsible for it. Wow. The mind can rebel at this and say that it is unfair or unduly burdensome or shaming to think in that way. That is because the mind confuses responsibility with guilt and giving with deficit. That is because the mind confuses responsibility with guilt and giving with deficit. That's a good one. The heart, though, is joyful at the prospect of spiritual responsibility because it understands that it offers the empowerment to make a difference and that healing one helps heal all. This oracle foretells of great healing for you as you open your heart to Pono. You've been using this prayer the last few weeks, Isabella. So beautiful. I love it. And Anne, oh, and you're native. Perfect. And you manifested this for us. We needed this. Oh, Rhonda, beautiful. Well, I'm going to read the practice now, but first I'm going to have a sip of tea and lock the door because people keep thinking we're open, even though there's a close sign. I'll be back in 1 second. Okay. This is coming up. This is from the photo shoot. Yeah. I'm going to have a sip of this. Look how pretty that is. I blended it with the Harmonize. Oh, Rhonda, welcome from Hawaii. So lovely you could make it. We need your Native Hawaiian love energy on our planet more and more. Okay, healing process. Okay, my loves, here we go. Are you ready? Choose a person or situation to which you can offer healing. Choose a person or situation to which you can offer healing. Do you have your person? Okay, I have mine. Gaze at the image on the card. Recognize the heart power depicted. Place a hand on your heart as you tap into the beauty of your heart, including the feelings of compassion, goodwill, and wanting all beings to know that they are loved and do not deserve to suffer. This is metta as well, metta meditation. When you feel that heart connection, you are ready to complete the 4 simple steps without them having to make sense in your mind. Feel the truth of what is happening in your heart so as you complete this process. No. Oh, this is Ho'oponopono. Okay. Step 1. Okay, do you have your hand on your heart, my loves? You're going to visualize your person. Say out loud, I'm sorry. I am responsible for this situation. I feel sorry for this. Let your heart be in compassion as you might feel the emotion that is evoked by what you are saying. I am responsible for this situation. I feel so sorry for this. If any of you picked the president, this would be good. There's a lot of forgiving we need to do for unspeakable big things. We're just, ugh. So just gonna send the energy. Taking responsibility for things that look like they're out of my control. Step 2, please forgive me. Ask for forgiveness. You don't need to think whom you are asking it of. Just say, please forgive me. Please forgive me. As you speak these words, feel the remorse you connected with in step 1. I'm sorry. As you ask to be forgiven, those of you sensitive to energy may feel or sense a release of energy taking place. Please forgive me. Step 3, thank you. Say thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, it doesn't matter if you have a sense of whom or what you are thanking. Before you even say the words, you may already feel the gratitude that begins to pour through you. This will increase as you say the words. Thank you. Thank you. Step 4, I love you. My favorite words. Again, this will evoke a response in the soul, this time an outpouring of love. You may feel this consciously, but even if you don't, trust that it is happening. Just go with the process and say, I love you. Let yourself feel love as you say the words. I love you. I love you. All right, my loves. Ho'oponopono, immeasurable power of the heart way. How does that feel? How does that feel? Karen, I'm a teary mess. Me too. You guys know me, I cry a lot. Tears have the word tea in them. Crying is part of tea ceremony too. Yeah. Yeah. Tears and tea. I don't know if it's still open. Maybe Heather knows as a New Yorker, but There was a tea house called Tea and Sympathy from the turn of the century, the 20th century. I don't know if it's still there, or the 19th century. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It does feel reassuring to be invited to live by the heart. Donna, I needed that too, sweetheart. Welcome to your first tea circle. So glad I chatted with you. Edith, it's like a weight is being lifted out and off of my shoulders. Absolutely. This is what we must do. We must remember to stop and practice these heart openers, these moments of forgiveness and gratitude. This is what increases our ability to have second sight. This is what increases our ability to hone our intuition and to create ways of manifesting. We have to clear the energy. And by presence and by tea, oh, you've been to Tea and Sympathy. Wonderful. Karen, it's a tough time to be an empath right now. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Karen, a therapist friend of mine shared with me many years ago as an empath and living in a family, my birth family, not my chosen family. Um, she she said we have to learn to self-parent ourselves, the empath, right? So she taught me the simple little practice to just tap my heart and go, there. So I do that probably 100 times a day. I say there when it's hard. And then with each step, I say thank you, thank you, thank you. As I'm stepping and walking, I say thank you unless I'm talking or reading or listening to something. But thank you as you step, and they're there as you hold your heart. Lisa wants to play for all the people and families who are suffering during this COVID mess. From your heart, you did tell renters they could pay 70% less until the husband finds a new job. I pray for everyone who has lost their work or income. Bless them all. Lisa, that's beautiful. Thank you for that. Thank you for being the generous heart and having faith that they will find another job, or their old job will come back to them. Yeah. Strength is in the tea. Absolutely. Beautiful. So let us bring our cup to our throats now. And I want to create and make a commitment for each of you that this week, moving forward, we will speak our truths. We will say what we mean, and we will speak from essence. Um, this blue tea will be out as soon as I can get it off the boat, but it is going to be called Sapphire, and it is to really remind us that the chakra here is the throat chakra, is the chakra of speaking from soul, and it's also the transmutation of taking negative and converting it to positive, right? To take the darkness of maybe neuroses or pain and suffering or fear of others, and then to speak only light and only clarity from our hearts, from our souls. So the connectivity between our minds and our hearts moves through this throat chakra. So I'd like each of you to tell me and write in the chat a mantra that you would like to repeat that will help you come to your truth repeatedly this week, as we're living in a dual world, as we're going back out into the world, and we're going to have boundaries. We're going to have to tell people, I don't want you that close to me, if that's your truth. We're going to need to be clear and honest with people. And for me, I'm just not reopening my shop until it's my truth. And yeah, so do less, feel more. I love that, Catherine. I'm okay. Sylvia, yeah, I'm okay. I'm good. I'm okay. Absolutely. Om Mani Padme Om. Yes, Lisa. That definitely cleanses the soul. I am worthy and at peace, Isabella, absolutely. And Anne, nothing is permanent. Nothing is permanent except your infinite soul that is wearing this cloak of flesh that is made of light and that will return to light. So the only permanence is the light that is within you and your heart, and that shall return like from what it came from and what it will become again. We are strong, we are enough. Edith, that's great. Absolutely. Strength and being enough is that first chakra. We are safe. We are safe here. We are enough to be here. We are worth being here. We belong, right? That is so important. And Karen, I've done nothing wrong. Yeah. Sometimes we need to claim that we are not imposters. We're not, we haven't done anything wrong, right? I had a very combative boss, chairman who took over Gypsy Tea, and he started every meeting basically, um, you know, accusing me of not doing something that I just hadn't reported yet or something. And I found myself starting to live in the space of, oh God, I'm not doing enough, or I'm doing something wrong. I just know it. And that's an illusion. We are exactly where we're supposed to be, doing all the things we're supposed to be doing. So I've done nothing wrong is a good one. Spreading love and joy. I spread love and joy, Claudia. Yeah. Spread it on like butter on bread, right? I spread love and joy. So bring these into your senses as you're saying them as well. Like I spread, what does it feel like to spread love and joy? What does it feel like to say I've done nothing wrong, right? That's sovereignty, that's boundaries, right? Nothing changes if nothing changes. Karen, I'd love to understand what that means to you, how to unpack that. Love all of my being. I love all of my being, Heather. That's beautiful. That's an integration mantra. I love all of my being. And so you could even say that as you're feeling your toes and you're feeling your fingers and you're feeling your solar plexus and you're feeling your skin and you're feeling your hair. I love all of my being. I love that. That's beautiful. We all need the sapphire tea, Lisa. As soon as it gets here, my love, it'll be the tea of the month. I'm working to get it. Everything is going to be okay. Marlene, absolutely. Everything is going to be okay because we are beings of light. We came from the light, we came from love, we'll return to love. Everything will be okay because we are born divine. I breathe in peace and breathe out love. Beautiful, Suzanne. Yeah. Because the one thing we are in control of is our breath. And yet we're also kind of not in control of it because something is breathing us, right? The wisdom behind the breath, the life, the existence behind the breath, right? It is breathing us, and that is the divine. Life is breathing us. I love that. I will know when, and it's not yet. Miss my horse, my life, my clients, follow my knowing. Alexandria, this is so key and so important. I will know when, and it's not yet, right? And when you know when, you will say, and it's now, right? And it's now. Everything will be okay in the name of light and truth. Ooh, Michelle, absolutely. Because past all of the drama, past all of the illusion and delusion is the light and truth. It's just like the cloud cover, right? The sun is just above there. It always is, or the moon. The light and truth is always there. I am safe to flourish. Nancy, yum. Oof, that feels good. I want to say that. I am safe to flourish. I love that. I am safe to be me. I'm safe to flourish. I love that. I used to say, I get paid to be myself. I get paid to be myself because I was in a position where I wasn't getting a chance to be myself more. So I am safe to flourish. I love that. Tawana, hi Levy, expecting a call to go back to work. Need to speak the truth that I'm not comfortable to be in public with so many people I don't know. Yes, Tawana. This happened today. My team and I, we've all been in quarantine. We've all been socially distancing, except now my son is going to protest. So I'm going to figure out how to move him into my writer's studio until, anyway, I'm not comfortable either, Tawana. I don't want to be exposed to the public yet. I know I've been keeping my body clean and my side of the street clean and myself clean and my staff clean. And so we're just not reopening until further notice. So I get that. Lise, I thrive. Elegant. I bring light with me wherever I go. Laura, absolutely you do. It is butterfly pea flower, Mary Beth. It's blended with some other stuff, but yeah. Tracy, Divine Mother fills me with love and light. I can feel that in my body. From the magic path of intuition, in the morning, I will know just what to do. Yes, Karen. Yeah, girl, you are reading the work. I will follow my intuition. Absolutely. And so, how do we hone our second sight? How do we hone our tuition? Well, number one is you can stop and make yourself a cup of tea this week. Anytime you feel rushed, or anytime you feel that something is happening that might not be in your control, you can say, there, stop, take a breath, and make yourself a cup of tea, right? And then sit with it. Any cup of tea. You can go get herbs from your garden and boil it. I've been doing that a lot with mint, with adding it to the mantra mint with fresh mint. I added mint today to harmonize, and it was, oh my God, so good. So any fresh herbs, anything you need, you just make that for yourself and you just stop the world, right? Stop. I'm having a cup of tea. I'm going to settle into my heart. I'm going to breathe into my heart. I'm going to know what to do next, right? So let us stop time. Let us breathe into the heart. Let us sip to the health of our hearts, into the forgiveness of all that needs to be forgiven in the world. Let's take spiritual responsibility so that our intuition may be clear, our intuition may be refined. So I'm abundant, and abundance flourishes for all. Lisa, that's beautiful. Yeah, Tiffany. You had the magical day on Thursday full of synchronicity because you followed your intuition, really followed. And what does that look like for us when we follow our intuition for real? It can often look like we're saying no more. It can often look like maybe our choices are not necessarily linear. It can look like a lot of things, right? So now I'm just going to give you a final gift for the day. And this might be overkill, but I wanted to give you the intergalactic pep talk that I gave my staff on Monday of this week. So I always joke that I have an intergalactic MBA in business, because it's like I'm a time traveler, right? We all are. So here is my intergalactic pep talk for you guys, okay? Are you ready? Oh, Natalie, the deck is beautiful. It's Earth Warriors Oracle by Alana Fairchild. It is really, truly beautiful. And I believe the art is by a woman who, Bryna, Isabel Bryna. I believe she's Hawaiian. Yeah, she lives in Hawaii. I don't think she's Hawaiian. But my friend Susie Batiz has this deck and bought this for me. And she has some of her paintings, her originals, in her home. So it was the Ponopono, Earth Warriors Oracle. So here's your intergalactic pep talk, my sisters. Visualize yourself on Friday. Visualize yourself on Friday. Look back on each day of the week, starting with Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, Sunday, and now. On Friday, what are you celebrating? Where do you feel it in your body? Particularly look at how you may have helped another, how you may have helped uplift or serve or forgive or made something in service to the heart of others. On Friday, you are celebrating, and as you look back over the week just past, there was someone in particular that you were able to help and uplift and hold, maybe not physically, but energetically. And as you look back on each day, you are able to infuse the day with a beautiful golden light. Friday, as you sit there reminiscing over the week, you remember all the magic of the week as if it were bathed in golden light. There was someone along the way that you were able to lift up, to help, to nourish. It could have just been somebody you smiled at and said, "It's going to be okay." And so what you will do now is you'll take the mantra you wrote earlier and you will tell it to them in your mind's eye right now, using your second sight. It's going to be okay. You are peace. You are love. Make it about them. See their face light up or see the energy as the golden light grows and grows. Their hearts begin to beam that golden light. And now return to yourself next Friday and see that bathed golden light, that love you shared, multiplied exponentially around you and your family, your pets, your home. And just know you are the source of all that is good on this planet and all that is good and right in our world. And so it is, and so shall it be. All right. Thank you. Thank you for another beautiful circle. I'm so excited to have this time with all of you, and so happy that we can be together. So Catherine asked if I could speak at the end about the tasting notes of the new pu'er tea. Curious whether I should buy it. Thank you. I can, absolutely. Have a wonderful day, you guys. Love you all. Beautiful. So Catherine, the new pu'er tea is the base pu'er that I use for the Bohemian breakfast. It is a straight tea. It is, that's why it's less expensive. I don't blend any of the essential oils into it or the fruits or anything like that. Lisa, of course. Rhonda, mahalo nui loa. Did I say it right? Thank you, Rhonda, for joining us. Thank you. So, so Catherine, it's got that chocolatey flavor. It's earthy. It's more of a straight breakfast tea. And I drink it, I mix it with coconut milk and I put it on ice. I do the same with the Bohemian breakfast, but the Bohemian breakfast has other black teas in it. So if I'm wanting a straight cleanse tea, I will go with the Sin Eraser. And so, oh, thank you, Sylvia and Heather and Edith. Oh, love you back. Donna, thank you. Oh, yes, Donna, you'll have your tea next Saturday. We're catching up. Thank you. Thank you. So, Catherine, if you have any more questions, you can always email us and I can send you a note. But, you know, it's simple, it's delicious. And if you like the Bohemian breakfast, you'll like the Sin Eraser. Okay. Thank you, Shauna. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Tracy. See you guys next Saturday. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you, Lise. All right. Much love to you all. I love you. Take good care. Bye.